Welcome to Saturday's Warrior, where we talk all things BYU, Big 12, conference realignment. I'm Trevor, and joining me today, I've got the co-host of BYU Sports Nation, host of BYU TV Men's Hoop Show, as well as doing play-by-play for various other sports, Jarom Jordan. Welcome, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Trevor.
Yeah, so if you missed it, you can go check out my other video with Jarom, where we discussed his career and BYU in year 2 in the Big 12. Covered a lot of topics. It was very interesting, a lot of fun. So be sure to go check that out.
Don't go right now, though. We're about to do this show. Go
yeah. Right. Watch this one.
And then go. Yeah, exactly.
And to make sure that you don't miss any of the other stuff, please subscribe to this, hit that bell, all that good stuff. Like this video. So that you can catch more content, especially as we get into the football season. We'll be doing lots of videos covering all of that. So, all right. So now we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be drafting our BYU all Quidditch teams because partly at heart, I am just a nerd, but also because it is the summer, and why not? Let's get a little weird here. So also, I do think also it's a good way and fun way to kind of highlight a lot of the BYU athletes across the board from various sports and get a little preview of some of the big names that we should probably expect some great things from over the season. So let me lay down the ground rules. First of all, if you are not familiar with Quidditch, where have you been?
Yeah, what the heck?
Come on, go read Harry Potter or watch the movie if you're lazy.
Click on this video if you don't know what Quidditch is.
So we won't be covering that, but needless to say, we will both be drafting 8 players. 8, I'll explain in a second. So there will be 1 seeker, 1 keeper, 3 chasers, 2 beaters, and then the 8th is an alternate. And I added that because I think it's a fun wrinkle, but also because I can't believe these teams don't have a bench. You go out there with 7 players where people are,
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, So I figure, especially in the game where people are falling off brooms, getting hit by bludgers, and games can go days on end. You got to have a sub, at least one. So we're going to go for 8 players here. And we can select from any current BYU athlete across any sport. I am severely disadvantaged in this because Jarom has a much deeper familiarity with all these players. And I'm guessing he's probably met anybody that we will be selecting.
Yes.
We're going to start by using a random generator, which I'll pull up now. To select the order, and then we'll be going.
We're in the Matrix. Nice.
Yeah.
Although Matrix 4 was not good.
Okay.
If I lose, it's not random. How convenient. Trevor on his podcast goes first.
You all witnessed it. This ultimatesolver.com has an impeccable reputation for being fair. So
wow.
So in this case, I will be Team Royal, which is great for me because
we combined to be Team Kalani.
That's right.
The Royal Navy is the Kalani.
Hopefully they never do that on their football uniform. I know the basketball already does a little bit of a mix, but keep it one or the other.
Give me a tan uniform, said no one.
Yeah, I would take a Royal Navy, the Kalani, as you say, before I took tan.
Oh, tan. Yeah.
So, all right. So we're gonna go in snake draft fashion. So you can see the color follow along, and then over here, I'll just kind of use this to delete, so we can kind of keep track of which positions we have and haven't drafted already. Yes. And because I am first, that means I am on the clock. And I think with my first pick, it would make sense to go with a seeker because that is obviously the most important position. But I am actually going to go with a keeper here, drafting our actual keeper of our women's soccer team, Lynette Ernez. And so I am going to be taking her number 1 overall.
Great choice. She was at Washington State, got baptized, went on a mission to Salt Lake, came back, became the starting keeper later in the season. BYU goes to the College Cup. It's a great choice.
I appreciate you can continue to add in all the extra accolades and everything for these players.
Yeah, people need to know the Olympic sport athletes if they don't already know.
It's not lining up like I'd hoped, but yeah, great. So
I like that your Google spreadsheet skills are going to be on display there. It's going to be fun.
I'm normally I'm more of an Excel guy, but it doesn't. My permissions are such that it doesn't show up in this. So I'm stuck in Google Sheets here. All right. So you are up on the clock. You got picks 2 and 3.
Yeah. Okay. Call me the Houston Texans last year, right? They got what, Stroud and Will Anderson, and just crushed it last year. I'm about to do that. Okay.
Okay.
So for the number 2 pick, I'm going at seeker, Richie Saunders. Relentless energy, gonna get after it. That hair's blowing in the wind. The headband's keeping it on. Richie Saunders at seeker. I think he's gonna end the game within 5 minutes. I just love what he brings. Okay, I'm going to pick. I'm gonna keep my keeper to maybe last because I don't think you're gonna pick my person at alternate. So I'm gonna get a chaser. I'm gonna pick one of the most underrated players in the BYU football team. Give me Jakob Robinson, the cornerback, who, although he's like 5'10", 175 or 180, this guy is picking off everything. Give me Jakob Robinson at chaser. I just think he's going to command the midfield for me.
Chaser. Okay, well, you just picked 2 people I had on my list here of potential picks. So, and you did pick seeker already. So I'm going to go for another position here. I am going to go for, well, first I'm going to take a beater, and I'm going to take Easton Jones. A big back
baseball player. Yep.
Yes. And so
Texas, dude, he was crushing them.
So, what I think he was the lead hitter in terms of home runs and across, most statistical categories for BYU last year. And
knows how to swing a bat.
Yeah, absolutely. So you do not want to be on the other end of that bludger when he hits it at you. So going to be taking Easton Jones there. And then I'm going to take a chaser, and I am going to go for, deciding between which ones. I think I want Dallin Hall out there, a floor general, somebody that can really command that offense, get people in place, will not shy away from the big moment. We know he can hit those big shots, and he's just tough and gritty. And so I love that attitude. So I'm taking Dallin Hall at 5 to be a chaser.
I like that. Dallin's got them muscly arms, man. All right. Okay. I need a good beater. And this is the best active player on the BYU defense now. Give me the Weber State transfer, Jack Kelly. Jack Kelly is going to defend the crap out of this game. I cannot wait to have Jack Kelly as one of the beaters. I also want Keanu Hill as a beater because he's beefed up a little bit. He's tight end now. He's physical. He's talking a ton too, and he's got kind of a high-pitched voice when he's yelling across the field at the other team. I've heard it in practice. Give me Keanu Hill as a beater. So I'm just locking down my 2 beaters right now, 2 physical specimens.
Help me out with the spelling there on Keanu.
Yep, that's right. And then Hill.
I say their names more than I write them down and I read them. So, okay. That's quite a tandem there at beater.
I like it.
Let's see. So who do I have left? Okay. So I'm going to also take another beater. And this is one who is not one who's necessarily known for swinging a bat, but is a big guy. You do not want to be on the other end of him. And he was a multi-sport athlete in high school. I believe he had hit some home runs. So I'm going to go with Connor Pay here. If he comes flying at you on a broom, I don't think you want to be on. Yeah, you don't want to be staring him down as he comes swinging a bat at you.
I love his voice too. He's got like this really deep, rich voice. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had that voice.
Yeah, definitely has a great voice, a great radio voice too. And he reportedly loves heavy metal. So just seeing him out there with that long hair he's got going, head banging. So I think Connor Pay to round that out with my beaters. And then for another chaser, I'm going to go with Jake Retzlaff. He is quarterback, so obviously he can throw the ball. We've already got an established 3-point shooter, but I think what I like is he's got kind of a little bit more unconventional motion, and he likes kind of being on the run, out of the pocket, throwing at those different angles. And I think you're going to need that to get the ball in the hoops. You're coming up, you're not just going side to side, you're going up, down. And I think that he'll be able to find those angles to get it in and score some points for us. And oops. So
great pick.
Yeah.
He's very athletic. Jake is a very good athlete. I like that a lot. Okay. I need a couple. I need 2 more chasers. Okay, I'm gonna grab my 2 chasers right now. Okay, give me Yegor Demon. I need 6'9". I need size.
1 chaser, I think.
Only 1 chaser. Okay, because I thought
you need 2. Oh, yeah, sorry, I missed. Okay, go
Yegor Demon. Give me some size. Give me some Russian flavor of athletics. Like maybe he brings a different Quidditch background to this. It's not just the American way, right? Give me Yegor Demon, long and one of the top prospects in Quidditch, I guess, with Victor Krum out of Bulgaria. Okay, the other one I want is Chase Roberts. I want Chase Roberts. The dude's name is Chase. Chase is on the case, as RG3 told us a couple years ago. Chase Roberts is going to be all over the place. I need a guy that's going to be able to talk to the media after a loss as well. Chase is well spoken. I love Chase in this. I was thinking about Amari Whiting or Delaney Gibb, by the way. I just thought from the women's basketball team they would really bring something there. But since Chase is still on the board, I'm going to grab Chase there.
As a chaser.
As a chaser. Look at that. Look at that. Come on now.
Unintended. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So I'm up now. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do my seeker now. I am taking a guy who really has, reached the pinnacle of his sport, making it to the Olympics. And what a great showing he had and all that it took to get there. So I'm taking James Corrigan. He, because he's still at BYU. What I like is he's fast, but he also has endurance and the ability to, there's going to be obstacles, there's things in his way, but to be able to compete there in the steeplechase and perform at that level. So that's somebody who is going to be relentless. And so I love that. And then let's see here. So for my chaser, my last chaser, I am going to go for actually is Mason Olson. Is he still on the team? I tried looking up. I was unclear. He has eligibility.
Mason Olson. This is a good question.
He
was a senior, so I'm thinking no, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll leave it. I thought I saw that he had eligibility. Okay.
Just to get a left-hander in the lineup.
Well, yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. Somebody, but no. So that's all right. I have a few. I looked at. We have Danny Bryant who does shot put, but
top 10 at nationals. He was awesome.
And he can obviously throw it hard, throw it far, and that gives us some distance and a little bit of variety there amongst the chasers and what they all bring, something a little bit different.
Okay, I've got 2 picks left, and I need a keeper and an alternate. You know what? The ladies of Brigham have not repped much, so I'm going to go there right now. Let's go. Okay, 1 keeper. Give me Mia Lee from women's volleyball. 6 foot, jumps out of the gym. Big 12 freshman team, all rookie team. Mia Lee is not going to let a single goal through. M-I-A Lee. Mia Lee. She is awesome. Give me Mia Lee from Mountain View High School in Norm. Okay, and then my one alternate. I mentioned her name already, but she has incredible athleticism, was thrown in the fire as a freshman on the women's basketball team. Obviously, her mom's the coach, but she would have been a starting point guard no matter what. BYU. Top 40 player out of high school. Amari Whiting. Amari. Whiting. Amari Whiting is my alternate. Let's go.
All right. That is a good one. And for my alternate, that's where I was going to have Richie Saunders if I didn't have put him somewhere else as kind of a catch-all, like you said, just a dog.
He'd be anywhere. He can play any position.
So I struck out on Mason Olson. See what I did there? And
Nice.
so I am going to go with Colin Reuter here, who's a catcher, not a bad hitter, but so he's a catcher. He was recognized for the amount of I think he was top of the Big 12 conference and people thrown out trying to steal. And so, he can throw, he can catch, he can bat. He can do a little bit of everything. So, which, depending on who gets hurt or who he's coming in for, you feel confident that his offense and defense are both there. So someone who does a little bit of everything can step in a pinch.
That's a great choice, man. You got to get some baseball guys. This is a swinging sport. It's flying, but it's also swinging. So you need some baseball softball homies represented. Yeah,
what's interesting is to think about how are these skills going to translate from one sport to the next. So you need people that are, just because you're fast on your feet, does that mean you're going to be as fast on a broom, or is it all about having the latest firebolt model? I don't know.
Right, you got to have some dough. So you need some Lone Peak High School kids. You need some Quarter Canyon represented. Yeah.
It's some NIL.
No Copper Hills, I guess. My high school. Ain't no firebolts coming out of Copper Thrills.
Okay, so these are our teams for our all BYU Quidditch team here. On Jordan's team, Team Navy, we have for keeper Mia Lee, chaser Jacob Robinson, Yegor Demon, and Chase Roberts. At beater, we've got the tandem of Jack Kelly and Keanu Hill. And seeker, Richie Saunders. And for alternate, Amari Whiting. And then on my team, Team Royal, we have for keeper Lynette Hernandez. And at chaser, we have Dallin Hall, Jake Retzlaff, Danny Bryant. And then for beater, we've got Easton Jones, Connor Pay. And seeker, we have the Olympian James Corrigan. And at alternate, Colin Reuter. Let us know in the comments which who you think won, who ended up with the better team, who's getting the all BYU Quidditch first team and who's the second team. Let us know that. May even put a poll out on Twitter. So go check out the page, go look for that poll and vote there as well. And let us know and let us know which players got snubbed, should have been on there. I thought about putting a lot. I was thinking there are other people like women's soccer, like, I think you traditionally throw it with your hand, but you could kick the ball in. There's no rules against that. Or
Aaron Bailey, Ali Fryer, they would have been great on this. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they were on my list. I had tons of chasers to go from. So there's lots to pick from there. So let us know who got snubbed and should have been on here, and what your ideal Quidditch team using BYU athletes would be.
No Death Eaters from Utah. No, none of them.
Death Eaters not permitted. So, Jarom, let us know where everyone can go find you and all your content.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you my home address, but I think you mean social media. At Jarom Jordan on X, BYU Sports Nation. Check us out weekdays, Monday to Friday, noon Eastern time, for the homies on the East Coast and beyond, of course. And then I'm going to call some women's volleyball, a little bit of women's soccer this fall. So it should be a great season.
Awesome. Thank you again so much for coming on. And again, if you missed our first video, now that you've watched this video, go check that one out.
Now you can go. Yeah,
you can go.
We now release you to go listen to that. Yeah.
You are free, but not before liking this video and subscribing if you have not already done that. Thanks so much for watching, and go Cougs.